Greetings and welcome back to another episode of Let's Play Drakan, Order of the Flame. Alright, let's head for the priest's house so we can get the book. And this part of the game starts off fairly slow. Not too difficult enemies. Not too many big puzzles. Stay back. Right. Back to the main town. And you always have to be on your guard a little bit, because you never know you're never entirely sure if enemies will be spawned when you double back through an area. But I'm pretty sure he's always waiting when you're outside. Now, aside from pillaging and looting the place and taking all the people away, we have no real idea why the warthogs even came to the village here. I mean, they took Dellen, but... Oh, there's another survivor. Let's help him. Yeah, you can never save him. Die for that. And sometimes they drop a potion. Yay. Right, so I need to go across the bridge. And that path leads to the temple further on. I can't go anywhere without the book, so let's move on. And let's be careful not to accidentally drop into the water. Because dropping into the water is not good. Well, it's usually fine, except that this is a fast-flowing river, so that's not good. Because you can't really reach the bank in time, and then you head for the waterfall, which is an automatic death. I hear some orcs outside. Potentially also some scavenger beasts. Let's be careful. Anything to loot? Nothing to loot.
That's Adamar's house, up ahead.
Good to know. Scavenger beast, hi! Alright. Getting some good mileage out of this club. The mace is already almost down though. Oh, I have a spare, so it's not that bad. As for why I'm not using the mithril sword, well, that's armor piercing. That's really better preserved for something that actually has armor. And none of these orcs really have armor. I need the key.
I need a key.
Yeah, I said that, Rynn. Ooh, life potion. I like life potion. And the book. Small book. Light reading. And ambush. Hey, fellas. Let's dance. Smack you in the face. And smack you in the head. And I lopped your arm off. Somehow with the mace. Yeah, the damage model on some of these enemies is really impressive, because you can totally smash an enemy to giblets if you want to. I don't really want to, but I could. But I've also had instances where I just lopped someone's head off, or just their face off. That's really neat, but also an insta-win. Guess you. Enemies can't really fight without their face. which is generally good practice. Alright, let's keep on moving. Yeah, I'm just saving every now and then because I'm not entirely sure of the stability of this game. The fan patch works, but it's all very unofficial and untested because, well, the studio that made this doesn't really exist anymore. And 1 health potion for that. I need some better armor because this chainmail is absolutely insufficient for my needs. My needs to get hit a lot. I mean, you can do some fancy moves, but I can never quite remember how to use them. Also, I don't quite have the right weapon for that. I mean, the most impressive move is basically an overhand swing where you jump and do a somersault with the sword as making a sort of hacksaw move. But you kind of need a two-handed blade for that. And the game is not gonna give you a two-handed weapon. Ooh. Oh, you can bleed out. Life potion, yay! I mean, I can also block, but block does not really help. It just basically makes you a target because you can't move. Alright, the temple. Again, there might be something hidden down there, but I very much doubt it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'd fall to my death if I try. Not much point in that. Can I get behind here? Not really. There's nothing hidden on this side. Health potion. Always look everywhere if you can. It's kinda neat that the doors open on their own. Very ingenious mechanism. Alright, let's equip the book. And the book is a key! What a surprise! Where will this lead? It leads to exposition! I'll just let the game do the talking for now. I'm just glad I don't have to walk down these winding stairs.
There are legends from times long past of an age without kings when the world was united by an alliance between the races of dragon and man. These are the legends of the Order of the Flame, a brotherhood of roaming protectors bound together through holy magic so that the soul of each man was joined with that of a single dragon. By their strength and wisdom, the world was led, and peace reigned for centuries. But as in all times, there were those whose hearts held only hatred and darkness. In secrecy, they gathered to plot and scheme, and in time, the Dark Union was born. Sworn to overthrow the Order, the Dark Union slowly spread its web throughout the world, working from the shadows to sow dissension and unrest. At last, through bloody decision, control of the Dark Union was seized by the war mage Navros and his ancient dragon Kyros. Together, they betrayed and murdered an assembly of the Order's greatest minds, leading the Dark Union at last into open revolt. The first blow had been struck, and the Dark Wars had begun. Through black sorcery and unholy alliances, the Dark Union had amassed a nightmare army which swarmed forth from the dark places beneath the earth. Magic of unimaginable destruction was unleashed upon the world. Seas boiled away to deserts. Mountains lay shattered. In battle after battle, the Order were driven back, and their great cities ground to dust. No longer content to share the reins of power, Navros betrayed the dragon Kyros. In a perversion of the ancient bonding ritual, he devoured the dragon's soul, melding its body into his own. Now grown monstrous and nearly invincible, Navros prepared to lead his armies against the last remnants of the Order of the Flame. With one desperate hope, the surviving mages of the Order invested their power in a single weapon, the Rune Blade. Surrounded and outnumbered, the Order's only chance lay in this sword, borne by the warrior Heron and the dragon Arokh. As the armies clashed, Navros entered a mystic trance, drawing power for one final devastating spell. With the words of destruction on his lips, the betrayer was struck through the heart with a rune blade, and the tremendous forces gathered within him were unleashed upon the field. When at last the smoke cleared, both armies lay decimated. Where Navros had stood, a jagged rip had been torn in the very fabric of space. In the smoldering crater below, Heron lay dead, the rune blade broken in two at his side. On that blackened hill, only the dragon Arokh still clung to life. The Order was no more, but the Dark Union's dreams of conquest had been shattered. With the fall of Navros, the Dark Union's hold on its monstrous armies collapsed. Chaos spread across the land. Mankind banded once more into many tribes and kingdoms, and the great achievements of the Order of the Flame were forgotten. The dragons, weary at last of the world of men, withdrew into timeless slumber, never again to return. The age without kings had ended, and of that brief golden era, only the legends remain.
Fascinating. It's a good story. I mean, that's basically the entire introduction to Aragon, but yeah, let's not go into that. I don't know exactly which was written first. I could look it up, not going to. Let's just focus on finding Arokh, because we need to save our little brother. Which is entirely the plot of this game. We wreak unimaginable destruction upon enemy forces to save our little brother. I can't think of a more noble goal, actually. Alright, I don't like this puzzle. Mostly because I have to do it in third person and I can't switch the camera view to make it more convenient. But this puzzle isn't quite as bad as it could be. And at least it's easily enough finished. Well, I suppose it's effective defense against whatever else could come after me. Alright, so we need to get to that blue gem there, over there. And it has something to do with those statues, I'd wager. No potions over on this side. Nothing here. Alright. Alright, so if we move you... Can we move you? No. Right. Oh, but we can move you, because you're broken. Can we move you? No. How to do this again? No. I'm missing something. What am I missing? That's not going to go anywhere. Alright, this one is not pressed. Alright, now the other side. Like I said, the puzzles are not that complicated. It's just figuring out what belongs where. Alright, so I'm guessing this is Heron's coffin. Let's press E to respect the fallen. Alright. Yoink! Heron's crystal. Now, how do we get out of here? Oh. That's easy enough. And then we're suddenly dumped out here. Let's see. The club. I'll stick with the mace for now. I'd really prefer to just have high damage weapons. These guys are slightly better armored. I don't really have much space to dodge. Sounds like there's more over there. Nothing hidden over there. I can't break those crates, so just ignore them. Don't see anything else. Let's try to avoid attracting too much attention. It looks like they're busy watching a fight. That's good. That means I don't have to deal with them. Come on. Come on, game. It's not too steep. I can get in here. Scavenger beast. Now these do come in various sizes. From adorable to huge. And you do have to keep that in mind when remembering what the claw size is, what the reach is of the claws. Alright, these skeletons have nothing for me, so they can stay dead. So I have got 8 health potions, let's try not to waste them. Right, life potion and a iron hammer. Oh, looks like I drew someone's attention. Alright, the iron hammer is sort of the first two-hander. Two-handed weapons have the advantage of range and usually damage. They are, however, much slower. Alright, get over here. No, I probably can avoid all these guys. Well, I probably could have. Ouch. Alright. A lot of the time, the tactics mainly consist of just backing up. Can I turn this? Neat. Alright, so those barrels with the red coloring, those are explosive. Do not touch. Yeah, that's not what I needed. Alright, that's it for this episode. Thank you all for watching. See you all next time.